in the campus. It's more effective, more reaching, easy to understand, correct? Okay, how many of you joined already? 76, good. All right, let me start the class. Somebody raise hand. Yeah, you ask question. Unmute and ask question, please. No, we have, sorry, we have tutorial today. I told you weekly, not daily, day every class. We can have weekly quiz, okay? Okay, without further ado, let me quickly start with our class today. Any question you can ask now, one question. If not able to ask, you can write in the chat box all your technical question, physical question, social question, anything you can write in the chat box. I will answer you after class. Right. Come on, let's start the class. Yeah, before I start the class, I am happy and proud to announce the winners of the last quiz. This is not marked, okay? By the way, this is not marked, don't worry. But it is to cheer up guys who are really champion in mathematics and physics. Those are champion in mathematics, I'm sure you are also champion in physics. Those who are champion in mathematics, automatically you are champion in physics. So vice versa. Chemistry and biology goes together, physics and mathematics going together, right? If at all you're not champion, you try to all these guys at the down here must come to the top, right? Try to achieve this. I'm proud to say Tani Seng, Ismail, Lian, Shao, Khalid, Junjian, Moy, Infra, Wei, Shi Hong, Mao, Wang Min, Lim Ziyi. They are the 10 top champions of circular motion studies. Okay. And now start with the class. Give them a big hand, all of you. Somebody is wrong. Okay. Right. Hope you hear the sound of claps. That is the desktop. Today I'm using something different. See whether it's working or not. Let me share. Where's my desktop? Oh, screen share only possible. Huh? Okay. I'll keep it in screen share. Can you all see the screen? Answer me if not. Give me a minute. Okay. Can you all see the screen with slides that you used last week? Right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I take a minute to review on what we have done last class. We started with linear acceleration, angular acceleration, relation between linear and angular, right? We just started introducing all the equations for your calculations, solving calculations. Right. I stopped until this part, I think, angular acceleration. Let me check. Remember this, any body, any object, any particle, any process which is in circular motion will be studied in this chapter. How we are going to analyze, how you are going to design, how you are going to do synthesis, the procedure for all these objects in circular motion is studied here. We had number one, angular position formula. By geometry, we use this formula. Hope you can see my cursor moving. If not, it just this workers also troubling us. Okay, my pointer is not here. Pen only. Anyway, cursor is there. Can you see the cursor moving?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Next I will ask color. Next question, not now. Come on. Arc is equal to arc length is by geometry. It is r theta. So remember this point. This is very basic for all your definitions. And then we found out what is called the relation between theta, one circle, a whole theta will be 2 pi for making one circle. Remember this point, one revolution equal to 360 degree. And then angular velocity is defined by displacement, angular displacement over the time taken. Angular displacement over time taken for velocity only. Please remember, we'll be studying many factors. You should be able to differentiate between the meaning. And then we also studied period. What is a period? See, I cannot always be using this guy with angular displacement and time, and if this gentleman is changing every minute, every hour. If you take the speed of a motor, it is running at 35,000, 100,000 RPMs, right? Speed motor, speed rail, express rail, all giant rail, all running with very high speed motor. And that case, I cannot simply use angular velocity, angular acceleration cannot. You have to go for like this. Having taken a small number one unit value, one circle as the one period, you can calculate the corresponding revolutions made over the period of time. Okay, this period is helping how many periods? Once, if I say 10, it has already rotated for 10, something like that. So this is another unit helping for design. In addition to that, we had frequency, just 1 over t. How often this circle has been made is given by frequency, a number of revolutions. The unit for this frequency is hertz, and this one is revolutions or RPM, rotations per minute. I don't know why the unit is not here. Denoted by in rotations in RPM. RPM. The meaning is rotations per minute or revolutions per minute. Okay. Then next we studied about, after positioning, you have to study about the relation between the frequency and the angular velocity is given by omega 2 pi f. Angular acceleration is delta omega by delta t. Unit same as acceleration but radians because it's a rotation. So it is a circle motion. So you need to use radians over second square, not meter over second square. We also had relations like these. Are you all following? It's only revision of last class. Okay. I think I stopped until this point. Let me start from here. Number 4, after learning what is angular acceleration, which is delta W over delta T, unit is radians over second square. Now we can get the relation between these two. This also I have done last class. Started with, how did you get the angular and tangential quantities relation? Take this example with center here, radius. Imagine an object is here. Right, actually the arrow should be down. Okay, anyway, in this case there is no object mentioned, but if any object is in circle with these dimensions, okay, then delta S, the distance travels from the origin, okay, from the origin 0 to delta S will be directly gamma times delta theta. If you are finding somewhere here, please tell me if you cannot see the cursor. Last class I see there is no coordination. That's why remember this technique. If you download your file from internet like OneDrive or Google Drive, you can achieve some coordination. That's why I'm downloading my file from internet and explaining you. I heard this. Okay, so I'm using it. If the coordination of my talk and this moving is still not okay, tell me. I must find out. Okay, come on. If it is at any point and not at the origin anywhere else, then you should know what is the initial and final. You need to subtract and then take this value. You cannot simply take the value. Okay. If at any instant or started with the origin, finish at this point, then you can take it as delta S, also instant value or discrete value, definite value. So displacement made by a definite travel started and ended can be given by R delta theta. It depends on positive, you have to make use of the sign, whether it is going to slow down or whether it's going to increase or whether it's going to stop. Accordingly, the sign convention will be used. Later we will see in the calculation where I use negative, where I use positive. Further, general form of the velocity is given by distance over time. Right? Actually, this should be delta t. Delta S over delta t, unless I put the limit and so on, it's not valid. It should be delta t. Delta t is equal to delta S over delta t. Delta V is equal to delta S over delta t. In angular form, we represent the same by r theta. This delta S is given by r times theta over delta t. So if you replace this, okay, you remain r here. Delta theta over delta t is already angular displacement over the time taken, which is displacement over time is already velocity. Because it's angular displacement, the velocity is denoted as angular velocity. That's how you got this equation. Are you clear up to this? Any question? You're going to do equations, solution, solve problems, you must remember. I repeat, you will have, I need to go through the assessment once again. Please remind me at the end of the class. Around 5 minutes, I will spend time for what are all the assessment pending and what is the format of assessment. I need to explain you so that you can prepare every class accordingly. Come on, one more equation. This is velocity, this is acceleration. Acceleration is equal to, just replace by, we will see how it is. Even you can even substitute the equation and see, because speed and acceleration differ by the t, right? The time, rate of change of velocity is the acceleration. So if you substitute, and you will arrive at a is equal to gamma alpha, where a is the acceleration linear form or tangential form, r is the radius of the circle moving, circular motion, maybe object or particle or process or machine or wheel, any object. Alpha is the angular acceleration. Okay. Any questions so far? We need to spend some time on this. Did you ever study these equations before? Please answer me. Physics in O levels, SPM. You have studied, right?
I have a question, Miss.
Yes, please. Which
Oh,
slide?
all right.
Hmm.
Is radius or radian?
Where?
The calculation before that. Yeah, the R.
This one.
I mean the displacement is R times the angle, right?
Yes.
Yes. The R is count as radius or radian. Do we need to convert to radian first?
In this case, right? You are talking.
Like the normal. Yeah, the R.
This is radius. Okay.
So
Whenever there is an angular displacement, the value will be either in degrees or radians. Is this point clear?
yeah, clear.
I repeat once again, the radius, right, radius and the theta we are using. The displacement theta here is, because it is in circular, it is not linear. If it is linear, meter, kilometer, furlong, feet, everything you can use. In this case, it is in circular motion. So the displacement will be either in degree or in radians. Radius is radius, meter, kind of a meter, linear value. Okay, r is radius, which is in meter. Only the displacement is denoted by either theta, meaning angle, or in radians. Is this clear?
So Miss,
Mm.
so when we get the equation, the value of the degree is in like the degree. Do we have to convert to radian, or do we just use the degree?
You cannot substitute degree with the numbers. You need to convert to radians, because make all of them into one platform, which is numbers, must convert to radians. Unless you have the mode to change to degree and radius in your computer phone, sorry, in your calculator. Always in this course, always, maybe if you go for astronomical study, any other study, you can follow that. In this module, always substitute theta in radians. If it is given, normally they are given in radians, okay, or in revolutions. If given in revolution, you change to radians and substitute in the equation, because all are numbers. Others, like here, you are just using displacement time. When you go for equations like these, are a combination of wherein, and also sometimes the value of velocity is not directly given. The velocity is given with the revolutions, or just time, or just linear velocity, right? In that case, to arrive at the angular acceleration or velocity, you need to substitute the displacement, angular displacement, in radians. Clear? Okay. Why very silent? Yeah, download the attendance. To make it consistent, use one woman desktop. I take this attendance. It is already there. I had one more class last time. Here we are. I go to our class. Is it clear? Did I answer your question? I don't know who answered. Let me check. Karim, you have question? Karim, you have question? Come on, answer. Ask me the question. You can unmute and ask. Done already? If done, please lower the hand. Yeah, I'm going to show the calculations. Let me finish it. Give me another 10 minutes. I'll finish and then give you calculation. I have already, don't worry. I must. One moment. Yeah, this is very simple.
Doctor,
Yeah.
so what's the difference between the angular momentum and the angular speed?
Yeah, I'm not teaching momentum. It is one more level up. Okay. We are now doing angular motion or movement or displacement. Forget about angular momentum in this chapter for a while. Okay. That
Okay,
is
doctor, thank you.
m into v, mass into velocity that you need to, that is great job. We will do next. Now we are doing only velocity and acceleration. When you go for work energy, then you have to involve momentum, impulse momentum, we call that as very interesting chapter. If you want, I will cover in fluid mechanics that we are going to do in chapter 6, 7, chapter 8 that will come. All right. Okay. Why the spelling is very bad. Spelling. Okay. Come on, let us complete this. Moment. Okay. Uniformly accelerated angular motion. Okay, come on. Did I answer your question? Don't forget our topics on velocity and angular velocity, linear velocity, angular acceleration, linear acceleration. One more new term, centripetal force. Let us learn this one. Momentum we will cover in next. I don't give right now the explanation on that. Okay, but the equation is m into v, mass into velocity, impulse, momentum. If it is difference, you have to do initial and final. Many things are there. Interesting one. Come on. Did you ever study these equations? Come on quickly. Because I don't want to spend much time which you learn already. Rather, I can spend time on new things. Have you learned these equations before?
Yes,
I mean,
Miss. Before.
yeah, we are going to use today. We are going to use this equation in our calculation. Don't tell I don't know what is it. I just quickly say this is final equation. I mean linear equations. This is angular equations. Again involving velocities and acceleration. Okay, I think I read already yesterday. To find the final velocity, having given initial velocity, you may use this equation in linear terms, meters. If it is in circular motion with the radians and revolutions given, you may have to use this equation to find angular velocity, final angular velocity, substituting initial angular velocity time plus angular acceleration times t. Another equation for displacement, linear displacement, angular displacement. Next one, v square, w square. These are all important when you go for the higher topics like work, energy. If you go, you have to do v square, omega square. And then another gentleman, something similar to this one. If there is a initial, see this one ut plus this one is one type of equation of motion. Another type is averaging, right? Averaging over the time. You can also have equations like displacement is equal to u plus v by 2 and then times t, which is the displacement, just a displacement for a discrete functioning and discrete operation. Displacement for angular, having given initial and final, take average times t will give you overall or average angular displacement over the time t. These are the equations given to you. Sometimes today also I am going to use this equation. I think I'll be using the first one, very first one I think today. Let's see, first one or the last one. I will check forgotten the term, maybe the first one. Okay, we will solve questions related to these equations later on. Let me finish a few more slides. Come on, I already started with the centripetal force last time. And this is most important. Come on, this slide. This and this similar. Let me go by this one. So all of you know that the object is in circular motion due to centripetal force acting at the towards the center, right? Because there is a centripetal force acting towards the center due to condition of the body and the condition of the motion, it can still be in circular motion. How is it? Come on, number one will be either it may be centripetal force when it is balanced or equal to tension at the rope. If it is a rope, then it is in circular motion. And then second one, if the gravity, mass, the inertia of the body which is rotating in circular motion is balanced by the centripetal force, then centripetal means the force towards the center, right? Let me finish these lines. So whenever the inertia, the mass or the gravity of the object is balanced by the centripetal force, it will be still in the circular motion. Last one, friction. The friction of the, maybe due to the roughness of the surface, right? If this is balanced by the centripetal force, or if it is equal to or balanced by the centripetal force, or otherwise the force which is acting towards the center of the circular motion, then the object will be in circular motion. These are the conditions under which it is working. Come on, you may ask question, why you have many forces? Yes, for any operation, it might be driving a car on the circular motion, or mixing an object, right? It may be a treatment plant, you are mixing some chemicals, and it has to mix thoroughly into the wastewater or water which is to be treated, or otherwise it is a game, right? The sports game wherein you have to swing the ball, right? And then throw it. It can be of any operation. In all, there are few forces acting on the body, right? Please bear in mind, I repeat, there are forces acting on a body in any operation. Like I'm walking means there are few forces acting. With that I can walk, with that I can stand, with that I can climb, I can jump, right? In all process, in all phenomenon, whichever is significant, right? Whichever is the highest one, we will give importance in our design. When you address the highest one, all other minor forces will be balanced out. So in this case, we have seen three significant forces. One time the body mass is subjected to gravity force, that is maximum, must be balanced, or this total gravity is acting towards, or net force acting on. Just now I told you there are few forces acting on in any operation or phenomenon. The net force, if the net force is balanced by the force acting towards the center, then it is causing a circular motion. Or otherwise, if the net force, right, is acting perpendicular to the body, the force will be always in or towards the center, or center seeking forces will be developed, which is called centripetal force. In other words, the body is in circular motion. Clear? Come on, centripetal force is produced by, these are the things I just now explained. Number one is due to tension force, another one due to friction of the car tires, and then last one was the third one, friction, mass, inertia, and the tension. Gravity is not given here, gravity. No work done by centripetal force because it is perpendicular to the direction of the displacement, right? Come on, work done means what? There should be some work done. If I move from my department block C, block A, office to block C classroom, I have done a work, right? I have done a work, some work is done. The work is in terms of movement, displacement. Here, there is no work done by this force, okay? It is only to maintain. It is not moving the object inside, or it is not throwing the object outside. That is what the changes. But it is causing, keep on its orbit or maintain a circular motion, right? That is a thing explained here. No work done, but maintain a circular motion by this centripetal force. Please bear in mind, because engineers want the circular motion of the washing machine. It causes all the waste, all your dirty clothes are being washed, right? And that is another story. The next level of learning, what is work done, that is we do. But in this case, this centripetal force that is acting towards the center is just maintaining in orbit, not doing any work of displacement or damage, breakage, changing size, nothing else. Centripetal force, some more explanation. This is also important. An equation, we are going to arrive at an equation. I have only few more slides. With that, we can go for calculation. Remind me, maybe I do some calculation and come back. 11:20. Okay, we have time. Don't worry. I try to finish. Where we are? According to Newton's second law of motion, where there is acceleration, there must be a net force that is acting, causing it. That's what I said. Whenever there is a body in motion, there is something going on. There are few forces acting on it. Gravity force, friction force, pressure force, tension force. All these things are there. The net force acting on it, if it is perpendicular or balanced by a centripetal force, then it is called the body is in circular motion or maintain a circular motion. That is how they can design a circular motion. They can design what do you call the one? I forgot the name. First one, theme park, and where you can see this. See, because they maintain balance out the centripetal force with the net force, they can still maintain a circular motion in these types of functioning. What is this? Roller coaster, and the sun, the planetary system. Earth can be in orbit around sun in a circular motion without moving out. These are all there, and this one also, and bird can move in circular motion continuously because of the centripetal force always towards the net force on the body. Bird is acting always towards the center, which is equal to centripetal force. Where is it? Come on. I take another 10 minutes, then we start calculation. According to this done, right? In this case, circular motion, the force must also point towards, that's important. Bear in mind, this arrow is important. Must be towards. If away, that it is totally different. Centrifugal force, the new term. I'm not going to give you the new term here, otherwise you'll get confused. We always have one, what is called centrifugal force. The other name is centripetal force, which you are not learning here. I don't know whether you learn in your other schools, but other force we never mind. We don't want. We have to deal in a different way. But the name is called centrifugal force. Okay, come on, this one. If it is at the center, the formula given is mv square by r. The mv square you would have referred somewhere in your schooling. Half mv square is a dynamic, right? Kinematic force, right? It is derived from there, but you can also derive from here. Don't worry. I will give the equation later, the derivation. So the net force or the centripetal force that is acting towards the center is given by mv square by r. I will give the derivation in a while. Centripetal force is a condition that must be met by whether force holds the object in this uniform circular motion. As long as centripetal force is acting on it, right, towards the center, this can maintain a uniform circular motion. All right. Yeah, we can match with it is derived like this. Very simple one. Very simple one. You are seeing a linear equation. We can define according to Newton's second law of motion. All of you know that force is equal to mass times acceleration, linear acceleration. You replace a acceleration with the value of angular acceleration, which is v square by r. Just now we derived, right? Omega is equal to v by r. Alpha is equal to v square by r. You can even write it as m alpha, and alpha is equal to v square by r. wherein the alpha is angular acceleration, because it is in rotation, right? And it is in the process of rotation, so we have to use the word angular. Whenever it is in circle or angle, displacement is in rotation, angular acceleration. We can measure the displacement only by degrees or radians. That's why angular acceleration. The formula we can straight away use it as v square by r. Any question here? You see here? This moment, from one, the mass from here, it is moved here, making some angle, or otherwise we can say this as it is traveling with the velocity v, right? Tangential velocity v with a radius r and mass m. Okay. The linear value can be calculated, linear quantities can be calculated by making use of m times v square by r. The same formula is used for centripetal acceleration. And the centripetal,
the v squared over r then?
the normal formula, you remember, for acceleration we use it
Isn't it r alpha?
here, this one, omega is equal to v by r, right? This is your velocity. Acceleration is equal to v by v, right? So v square by r, alpha. Clear? Change in velocity over. So we can have this one here also I can mention, right? Alpha is equal to somewhere relation. What is alpha? First of all, what is alpha? You can also use the formula A is equal to R alpha. One moment, I go there. Okay, A is equal to R alpha. What is alpha? Omega. No, omega in terms of the other value. Oh, yeah, let it be omega. Omega by what is alpha? Omega over. Just now we
Changing time.
R divided by R, isn't it? Omega by R.
Oh yeah.
Velocity by R, and then you replace R by omega by what is the value? V by R, isn't it? You wait. Where's the eraser? One moment. No eraser. Oh, in this section, no eraser. One moment, I will derive for you. Don't worry. This is a simple conversion. Where is it? Here. I go from here. This part, alpha, right? What is alpha? Go back and substitute for alpha. Omega by t, right? A is equal to R alpha. This is omega by t. Correct? Agree with this? A is equal to alpha. I substitute alpha by omega by t. Now I have substitute omega by V and R in this case. So R is equal to V by R, correct? And then T. Clear?
Yeah, thank you.
With that, you can calculate, you convert this one, simplify this value, you will end up with what is called this one, V square, right? 2V on the top, so it is V square. This one is A, or otherwise I write this as alpha. My alpha in terms of linear quantities is V square by R. Okay. Just substitute back and you will get it. What else? Now come on. Continue with centripetal acceleration. Yeah, so far we studied the equation. Now some conditions you need to follow. Acceleration is the rate at which the object velocity changes as the result of the force. Okay. the acceleration and the magnitude of the acceleration. See, the direction only changed, right? Direction only changed, and this is the reason for causing a force in perpendicular direction. Centripetal acceleration, the acceleration of an object moving in a circle due to centripetal force. And this force is the force acting in the perpendicular direction is due to perpendicular acceleration produced by the body. So the force is called as centripetal force. Acceleration is called as centripetal acceleration. That is what we learned from this page. Don't mix up anything. I repeat, the body which is moving in, suddenly the force changes to perpendicular direction. That will cause the body to turn to circular motion. The respective acceleration and force are called as centripetal acceleration and centripetal force. Come on. This one already done, right? Just now we did it. Acceleration. We arrive from the value AC is equal to V square by R. You can go from omega to solve for this. Any question until this? Yeah, if it is a discrete value like this, yeah, started. You have to remember this type also. You can also solve by this way. If the initial value is given, V1 some value at some speed 20 meter per hour it is traveling, right? And then slowly increasing or decreasing in this direction. Then there is a rate of change of, you need to follow rate of change of rather than discrete value which is V over T. Okay, I repeat, these are all the things started from 0. You have only final value. When there is an incidental value somewhere here, right, you want to know, or from here to here you want to know, given the initial and final, you can solve by derivatives, by taking derivative, rate of change of velocity to find out your acceleration. In short time, delta t, the angular displacement will be delta theta. Why suddenly notation change? dv only, dv and d theta. Okay. And then centripetal acceleration. And this one again, maybe I hold the derivation for a while. Let's do the calculation. This one also similar to what we learned before. By taking the similar triangle, this and this, you can solve very easily. One moment. I will continue from here after the calculation. There is some calculation or derivation done to arrive at V square by R from the basic ideology of how the circular motion is taking place by taking V1, V2 and so on. This derivation I will explain later. Okay. These 3 slides I explain later. Okay. For now we do some calculations. So far what we learned, I just summarize until this part. We learned this 2 pi radians equal to 360, speed is equal to delta theta over t, delta t, t is equal to 2 pi. Say a constant force acting perpendicular to the direction of the motion is required for a circular motion. Time period is given by time period, or 1 revolution is taken as time period. For many revolutions, you may calculate by 2 pi over omega and the corresponding frequency by this value. Okay, this part alone I will do it in a while. Come on. Any question in the theory? Am I still going fast? Write in the chat box, please. Is the speed okay? Karim, you still have question? If not, let me start with the. It's good, okay. Just give me a frank opinion. Take me as a friend so that you both are benefited. No, miss, it's okay. All right. Come on. Let me share with the calculation part now. To avoid time, this is my previous experience. I have brought the video itself for you. All of you take paper, calculator, open your tutorial sheet. Questions are there. I have solved 4 questions for you. Remaining, I think there are 12 questions. You have to solve remaining 8 questions. You can use what you call, come on, let me say right now. You see here, can you see the screen? Maybe after the class I tell you what you are supposed to do. One moment, let me see the remaining questions you can solve by using this one. Come on. After solving, can you see the screen in this part? I have created, where is my notebook? Oh, I didn't create. Okay, I will create. Later I will create a notebook for you so that everyone can submit your work and ask questions from here. Later I will show you. For now I use this one. Okay, let me share first. All of you take your tutorial, calculator, paper, pen, everything, and then Start answering together with me. If there's any mistake also you can correct me. Where is it? This one. Come on. If there is any problem, stuck, you tell me because you are only listening. You have to tell me. Come on, start.
Miss,
Yeah.
where can I find my tutorial sheet?
All in your CN. I uploaded the slide. You can find the questions at the end of the slide. Download the class notes. You can find the, or I'll show you here. Go to CN and check, please. Download the notes.
Okay.
If you want, I will go through once here. Otherwise, you will have many questions. Come on. I give you just a quick definition of what is this problem and all. Right. In this tutorial session, the number one question, this one is changing conversion of the angle. That is very simple, you can understand. I will go to, then it's a cycle, and then about the motor, right? And then about the angular, finding angular velocity and angular radial acceleration of a planet, right? This is, satellite which is rotating. You please capture these pictures in your mind. I don't think the animation is working in whiteboard. So see the motion of the ship in a circular way about the axis of the earth. And then this one, I have solved all these questions. Flywheel. Okay, you will know. Just imagine this part while you do follow the calculation. Come on, let's start. If you have any question, you ask me, okay? You can stop me anytime. All right. Good morning, students. Today we're going to have tutorial on circular motion. Let me start with the number one question. I have given some questions, about 15 questions in your slides. I solved some of them, the remainder you please solve. Let's start with the number one. It says convert, right? Example 1.1, if you take, it is to convert angles to radians, all right? You're going to convert angles. There are two forms, radians and degrees. Sometimes you may use it in degrees, sometimes you use it in radians. So angles to radians will be done like this. Start with number, I use C, I do C. Given 60 degree, you need to change to radians. You have to understand the equivalent, right? Remember the equivalent, you're able to solve the answer for it. What is the equivalent? 2 pi radians equal to 360 degree, or 360 degree equal to 2 pi radians. So angles are given, so we start with degrees. Angles in degrees, we need to convert into radians. What is the equivalent radians for angles? Let's understand. Write it like this. The solution will be, we know that 360 degrees equal to 360 and 360 degrees equal to 2 pi radians. 2 pi radians. So when we use this equation, we are able to solve it. Start with, the solution will be, if 360 degree is equal to 2 pi, right, what would be the 60 degree angle? So if you solve this, you end up with 6, and this one is 3, right? This one is 3. So it is 6 times, and 1 time, 3 times. So I will end up with 5 over 3 radians. Okay, this is the answer. Like that, you can solve for conversion from degree to radians. You just remember this equivalent only. This is most important. This we have solved already in the what do you call, never is equal to 2 pi radians. Right. Come on, let's do the next part. I do one by one.
The example
1.2. Yes.
letter A, I mean, sorry.
Yes.
That's
I
for the
have
first.
to convert
One moment. Stop and
angles
ask.
into the reverse.
What's your question?
This is for this solution is for A, letter A.
A subsection C. You can see the number there, right?
I can't see it. The screen is not clear.
Why are you using phone? Are you using phone? Can you see the answer? Who is this?
It was a bit blurry. I'm using my laptop. So.
Yeah, laptop should be okay. You can
Yes.
see. Muhammad Ali, please check once again. Can you not see the numbers there?
Now I can see them.
Okay, let's do the next question. All right.
6, and this one is
We have solved
calculations.
This is the answer for the first question. 5/3 radians for 60. You please do the rest of the questions. I solved for only one. Similarly, you can solve for others. This is not the main question. Maybe I ask in the objective MCQ question or a part of the question. All right. Okay. Now you understood how to solve. Just the equivalent angle to radians. Come on, go to the next one. Very good. Second one I solved for C. I think I checked what I solved.
I have to convert.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the radian question. Can you write the radian in terms of decimal number instead of the pi/3?
Can. All right.
Thank you.
But engineers, I'm very happy when you do like this. Doesn't matter. You can do it in numbers. No problem. Fractions. Okay. Still agree.
Angles into the reverse. Angles into degrees. The reverse. Just the reverse. No need to worry. It's just the reverse only. Degrees. 2 pi radians equal to, we know that, we know that 2 pi radians equal to 360 degree. Given the radians, so radians should be on this side. The solution will be like this. We know that the answer is, if 2 pi radians equal to 360 degree, what would be the 2 pi by 3 radians? Okay. All right. Cancel these two. You end up with 120, right? 1 times 2 times 0. I'll end up with 120 degrees. Okay. This is the answer. So this is how you can calculate or convert radians into degree or degrees into radians, and like in this type. Okay. This is a very simple answer for you. If you have any question, you can ask me after this calculation is done, or you can write in the chat box. I will reply you. You please clarify your doubts then and there. For any question, any time, I have given my handphone number and my email. You can always contact me, right? You just text me. I will reply every evening. I will start checking my emails and messages. I will reply you. If at all I am busy whole day, evening, I will start replying you so that your questions are addressed every day and you have progress, right? Come on, let's do the next question. I need to insert the slide. One moment. Because number 1, a bicycle. What is given data? Start with given data. Start with given data. What is given data? There is a bicycle, right? There is a bicycle wheel, right? Bicycle wheels rotation we are going to solve. Makes how many rotations? The revolutions are given, right? Oh, what's happening? Touchpad. I need to highlight on the chat. Right? Time t is given 2 seconds. What would be the angular speed in radians per second? So what is the required answer? The required answer is what would be the angular speed? Angular speed. What is the notation for angular speed? Always remember the notation so that you can substitute the formula correctly. All right. What is the angular speed? Angular speed or angular velocity is denoted by omega. I just keep it here. Omega. All right. Normal velocity is by v, angular velocity is by omega. Omega, angular velocity is equal to, what is the formula for angular velocity? Just one equation, which is delta theta or theta over t. Delta theta or theta over t. Angular displacement over time taken. Change in angular distance, the displacement over the time taken, right? Do we have both of them? Check delta theta is there. Displacement is there. Displacement is there, but in different form, right? It is written as 6 turns. Just a turn. Turns cannot work. And understand the unit as well. This is in radians by seconds, right? Radians by seconds. In using the radians, you have to convert these turns into radians. For converting these turns into radians, this turns into radians, you may have to use the formula, simple formula, which says, again, we know that. Bear with me for some time. You get used to. The turns, one turn, right? One turn and one revolution, one circle, right? I can call this as one circle or one rotation, full rotation, one complete rotation and one turn. We'll have, by calculation mathematically, it is 2 pi radians. Okay. For making one circle, right? It would have covered 2 pi radians or 360 degree. This is called 2 pi radians or 360 degree. By mathematically, we have solved before. So I'm going to use this equation to solve for this. One turn is equal to 2 pi radians. Same thing, we are going to use it. If one to many, you're going to do, right? One turn is equal to 2 pi radians. What would be for 6 turns, right? 6 turns, just multiply 2 pi times 6. You will end up with how many rotations you would have made, right? I will have 37. By if you solve, you can check with your calculator whether I'm getting correct answer. 37.7 revolutions it has made. Okay, sorry, one turn is equal to pi radians. This is radians. So I just put radian. So 6 turns would have covered 37.7 radians. This is my first answer. Then going on, just another one step. With that, we can complete our calculation. We got the radians, we got the second. Already the time is given in second. Time is given in second, so we can conveniently use it. Come on, the solution will be omega, right? So smart, our computers are so smart. Omega is equal to delta theta by delta t. So I substitute delta theta is in radians, right? 37.7 radians over time is given 2 seconds. Better use with the units, then you know it's like a name of a person, name with the initial. Always when you have average, you can take it here. There is no average, it's instant value only given. So don't worry, struggle yourself with the averages. Now the answer would be 18.85 radians over second. This is my answer. Just 2 steps only. First step, you find the turns. Second step, you find the radians, because it was not given directly in radians, so you convert the revolutions into radians. Come on, let's go to the next question.
Are you all doing? Do you get the same answer, guys? Shall we proceed? Okay.
If you have any doubts,
Yes.
I repeat.
Yes, please.
It's 37.7 divided by what?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, okay.
The time is 2 seconds elapsed. Okay. I just write with the unit. Okay.
Literally saying, please write in the chat box. I will solve immediately. Don't wait longer. Come on, third question. Let me check which one we can solve. Let me insert and check.
I don't waste time on insert. Just let me move on. Okay. Go ahead.
Example 4. Right, I'm going to solve example 4. Write what is the given data. What are the magnitudes of the angular velocity, the radial acceleration, of a spaceship taking a circular turns of radius 3,220 kilometers at a speed of 29,000 kilometer per hour. Last class, as I told you, whenever you see the number as a mathematician, as educated one, let it be educated, whom you are going to be scientist, engineer, doctor, I mean biomedical doctor in science, up to you. Pharmaceutical person, anybody, or it might be the number. Whenever you see the number, you should be able to imagine 29,000 kilometer per hour, right? Can you imagine? What is your car speed? Normally you set it as 60, right? And these roads and all with traffic, we can hardly travel by 60 kilometer per hour. That means what? Every hour you're crossing 60 kilometers, right? The speed, right? If 1 kilometer, you meter, tube light size and size of the tube light. Normally I give this example, immediate example in the class. 1 1/4 might be 1 meter. Size of the tube light is 1 1/4, right? Can you arrange 3,220 kilometer, that 2 kilometer times 10 power 3. So high number, you can imagine the radius, with that it is rotating. What would be the angular velocity and the radial acceleration that keeps the spaceship in rotation, right? That is important. It is in rotation. The spaceship is in rotation. I don't know, the GIF is not working here, but I will, you can, position is cut, it will fly off. It is in orbit. Due to the centripetal force, or what you call the acceleration towards the center, the net force is acting towards the center. As long as the net force is acting towards the center, it can maintain the circular orbit. Once it is cut, recall the video I showed to you. Once this pivotal point, once this position is cut, it will fly off. It is no longer in the orbit. It will follow the tangential velocity, direction of the tangential velocity. Now it is done because of the acceleration force acting towards the center. Come on, let me write the given data. Start with given kilometer. Kilometer per hour. Remember these units are important, right? You're asked what is the required answer. Required answer will be required answer or required solutions are you need to find angular velocity. What is the notation? I just use omega. You must get used to the terms. Omega, angular velocity, and radial acceleration. Radial acceleration, we can use these conversion factors. Then you will get angular velocity or angular speed is given by angular speed is change the kilometers into meters. I substitute by 10 power per hour.
What is the below the speed? I can't
Angular
read
speed
those
one.
letters.
Which one? This number.
Below 29,000. W and what?
Omega and alpha r. Omega is the angular velocity. Alpha suffix r is the radial acceleration. Notation.
Okay, thank you.
Omega is equal
Next time I use a thick one, then it clear.
B over R. Okay. Last time we derived in the last class. So I just substitute the value with all the conversion factors, then you are getting the answer. Omega is equal to V. V is given. Yes, velocity is given. So I directly use them up. Kilometer per hour. Okay. I write the number first, 29,000. I change to must be consistent in unit, right? To change the kilometers into meters, I substitute by 10 power 3, right? Because 1,000 meters equal to 1 kilometer. And then change the hours to, what is this unit we normally use? Seconds, right? So change the hours to seconds, 1 hour, right? 60 minutes equal to 1 hour. And then 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Now I have converted this into meter per second, right? Now the unit is meter per second. And then divided by, right? There's another term involved. I just wrote the velocity only, divided by, okay? Again, R, I'm substituting for R, 1 by R and this R. What is the radius of the R? 3,220, right? 3,220 is the answer for R. Is this in meter? Not in meter. Again, you need to convert into kilometers. This is given in kilometers. So I convert this into meters by multiplying 10 power 3 or 1000, okay? 1000. 1000 meters equal to 1,000 meters equal to 1 kilometer. So we use this value for the conversion. Let's solve and get the answer first. Unit for acceleration is radians per. All in radians, no degrees involved, so we can, radians mean numbers, just numbers, right? That's why we convert into 2 pi r, 2 pi and then pi. Sometimes you feel the value is very big, right? If you feel the value for, if you feel the value is very big, 2 pi radians equal to 360 degree, you can simply use the value as pi radians equal to 180 degree. Also okay, still okay in the conversion part, right? We saw for angular velocity. Angular velocity, number one answer is got. Okay, we got one answer. Let's move.
Any questions so far? Are you following? Okay.
Move on to the second
No,
solution. that is
miss,
required.
I didn't understand.
This part.
From where we get 2.5 into 10 power minus 3?
You solve this one.
Yeah, but what is the calculation of it?
Can you use the calculator and solve it? Do you want this step also to be given?
I use the calculator. I mean that from converting 29,000 to meter,
Yeah.
what should we do?
Multiply by 1000. I did here. This is the 1000. Okay. To convert kilometer into meter, I put this value and then convert into meter by multiplying 1000 or 10 power 3. Clear?
Oh, so we converted to meter per second, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And then, yeah, these things are in meters, I mean hours. Hours, I changed into minutes first and then to seconds because the unit is kilometer per hour. Lagi R, or substitution of R, the value is in kilometer. So change to meter, I substitute by 1000. If you solve, can you please solve and give me, is the answer correct? Sometimes print mistake.
Miss,
One of you.
in radians per second, right?
Yeah, seconds. Oh, yeah, second, correct. Yeah, I will edit it. Thank you so much for the correction. This is
Yeah, miss, I got the answer.
this is angular velocity. Come on, everyone, make this correction. This is second only because velocity. I am still doing velocity. It is second only, not second square. Okay, I will edit it in the video and later send you. Okay, this is second only. All of you, please make this correction. Come on, proceed. Any other question? Right.
Angular radial acceleration.
Next is the radial acceleration.
Square times or?
The formula is given by this one.
Angular, radial acceleration. Radial acceleration. Let's see.
You can also call by angular acceleration or radial acceleration. Okay.
Keep learning first how you got the equation, how you derived it, right? And I normally don't ask the students to remember a lot, rather you understand and understand the skills. Let me see. I will try to provide. Okay, 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 radians per second square, right? This is our acceleration times, right? Must be squared. Don't forget, sometimes students write the equation, forgot to square, end up with, oh, I did the calculation, I didn't get mark. Having done this careless mistake. Squared, and then R is 3.2, right? 3000. Again, you convert this into meters, right? There no point. 3220 times 10 power 3 or 1000. I need to convert into meters. Come on, just simple answer. Are you getting this answer? 20.2 meter per second square. That is my angular velocity. So I got the second answer also. With that, the calculation is over. Study further for understanding, justifying all these types of motions, angular motion, circular motion, and then radial acceleration types, angular speed, radial acceleration, their implications. You have to read a lot. I think you got the textbook. Please keep reading every day. It makes you perfect. Read on to the 6th question.
Let's do
Third, very friendly lecture for you. Okay. Have some other method you can follow. Okay. I do the example 7. Example 7 says, what is given to you? Write the given data. Start with the strategy of working is given data. I used to do this way. Maybe you have some other method you can follow, better method you can follow. Given data, a particle is moving. You are given with a particle. You must understand what is the object you are given. Cycle, bicycle, motor, flywheel, or a planetary system. What is it? Better you write down and you are clear. A particle is moving, right? A moving particle, a particle is moving. Condition is a particle is moving, right? And it is in circular path. That is okay. When you write radius, automatically it is a circular path. Radius is given, right? Radius of the circular path is given. I write like this, 5 meter. And then at constant speed, and that's most important. Constant speed. If not mentioned constant speed, assume to be constant speed, unless it is saying there is a variation. It was traveling at some distance and then stopped, right? Then it will call a varying speed. Need to go for averaging. Radius is equal to 0.5. Constant speed or speed is equal to 10. Sorry, I used different notation. All are in the equation itself. One who is understanding the equation and individual parameters in it, I'm sure you are successful in it, right? It's like mathematics. The same question you would have got it in mathematics in your O level or in your similar questions you would have got it in O level or in your SPM or 10 standard. Come on, V is equal to 10 meter per seconds. Your answer, required answer will be, I think some of you might have completed by this time. Required answer is equal to time taken, right? The T. You're asked to find the T, or with a T. Time taken for equal to what, right? Okay, solution. Having given, can you imagine that the process? A particle is moving in circle with this velocity, with this radius. What would be the time taken for 20 revolutions? The total period. All of you know that one period equal to one circle. When it completes one circle, we call this as one T or one period, isn't it? Now let's see. It has completed how many revolutions? 20 revolutions. But the speed is varying. That means speed is 10 meter. It is not 1 meter per second. Then we can say 10 directly. 20 directly. But the value of V is 10. A simple manipulation is required to get the answer for your question given. You just think and assimilate the question in your mind itself very fast. And after getting also, you please apply your common sense whether it's reasonable or not. Just 1 minute you spend or half a minute you spend to check your answer. So one solution. Start with, you're given with the radius, everything there, right? Let's start with the omega, right? So, right? You have V, you have equation, which is T is equal to 2 pi over omega. Do you have omega? Let's find out. 2 pi, the number you already know, you can solve it, right? Come on, let's do this very quick answer. Omega is equal to formula based on the data given. We can write omega is equal to V by R, right? You have V, you have R, conveniently substituted. Very simple question. 10 meter per second is your V, and then in my 10 is like this. I got omega, conveniently substituted 10 meter. Just keep it like this because it's the meter itself. And my answer is 20 radians over second, right? Omega. I got omega. Now I can solve for the next step, which is T. Very simple, direct answer, right? Okay. I got this one. So my T is equal to 2 pi over R. 2 pi over omega 6.2 it as pi, or type it as 3.14. Okay, right? Okay, I got this one. So my T is equal to 2 pi over R. 2 pi over omega. How much is omega? 20 radians. Okay. Why? So either you keep it as pi in your calculator when you can press it as pi, or type it as 3.14. Okay. All of you know that it is equal to 3.14, the equivalent. Either you use the number or you just keep it as pi itself, because the calculator have got the symbol pi. You just press the pi button, you can get the answer. 20, the answer is equal to 6.284 seconds. That's all. This is one of the questions that was asked in the last exam. Hope you can solve similar questions. There are other part also. I will solve one by one. And then there's another part that I leave it to you. Better you solve. Should not solve everything. Okay, come on, let's go to the next question. Okay.
So just now we solved for a
flywheel. What is flywheel? Also given.
Just now we solved for the past semester exam paper, part of the question. You please practicing the remaining questions. Okay, most of them are taken from the exam paper and others. Okay, any questions so far? Are you clear? Yeah.
The answer was off like 1 decimal place. Is it okay? Like 6.283 seconds.
Always, yeah, always you keep the answers correct to 2 digit, then fine.
Oh, if my answer is 6.283 seconds, is it still accepted?
Fine, fine, still okay, still okay. If you want, see, if you're going for soil mechanics, micro technologies, then you have to approximate to 3 digit. 3 digit is most important. In our case, physics, you can use approximate up to 2 digit. Okay, you leave it as 28 also correct. 28, 1, 2, 3 also correct. There is a range of answer for which we will give full mark. Don't worry. Plus or minus 5 or 10 will be always there, but not a very big change. Like you give 6.5 is an upside answer already. Around 6.3 is still okay. All right, because the student approximate here, automatically done here. Student approximate somewhere, maybe if you have more numbers, automatically there will be a minor variation here. Always we will have a range of number to give correct answer, to say it is correct and give full mark. Don't worry. Come on, any other question? Let's solve another question. Yeah, please.
I think the answer didn't divide by 20.
Why not?
Because 2 times 3.14 is already 6 point. Then divide by 20. Yeah, because I calculate on calculator is 0.314.
Yeah, it makes sense. Wait. Where we make mistake.
0.314.
One moment.
Give me a different answer.
Yeah, correct, wrong answer. One moment. 2 pi. We already substituted for velocity, right? Velocity value is radians and seconds. And 2 pi by omega. How much is omega? Is this correct? Yeah, correct only. Times. Where is our mistake? Maybe this answer I need to check. This is not the correct answer. 2 pi over 20. What is the answer you're getting? Come on, what is the answer?
But means if like the 0.134 is means that one revolution only, one resolution. But the question said need 20, so we times 20 equal to 6.28.
Okay, 1 revolution. This is for 1 revolution, isn't it? Velocity. What is your claim? What is that?
I mean the 2 times 3.14 over 20 equal to 0.314 means the means one revolution takes 0.314 seconds.
Or times
so
20 will be 6.
20. Yes.
Okay, this is per revolution, right? The time taken for per revolution, 1 revolution. Okay, where we are missing, mathematically it should be just satisfying. Oh, this is per period, and 20 can make one round. Oh, it's like that, very simple. I miss out one equation here. Wait, let me write in the PowerPoint. I have to do 2 by 20 times 20. It's still, yeah. I write here. But the draw also, I don't know how long it is working. Come on. Okay, the t that you got is just now is, what's the value? 0.314. Give me the answer, please. What is the answer? Yes, sir.
0.314 for one revolution.
314 per revolution. So how much time taken for, therefore how much time taken for 20 revolution times 20. Okay, good. For 20 revolution, it will be 3.14 into 20. You will get 6 point. What's the answer?
6.28.
6.28 seconds. Oh, correct? This is seconds. Okay. Is that answer clear to you? I will edit and send you later. Thank you. And then, everyone clear? Is everyone clear? Any question here at this point? There is one step missing, that is per revolution only we given. I didn't do the next step, which is for 20 revolutions. One moment, I take it to the other class. Okay, Control X or Control C. We just solve this question. I think this one. No. This one. At this point, question number 7, you may have to add this. All right. Okay, I will edit it and send you, don't worry. Thanks for the correction. Shall we move on to the next question? We have another 15 minutes quickly. No more question. This is per second. Per revolution.
Was asked in the last exam.
One moment. Okay, I go until insert button. Come on. Let's start doing this question. Please follow carefully.
Flywheel. What is flywheel? Also given you. Can you all read? You keep your, you can see here, this is a plate holding the shaft, crankshaft, which is rotating. The piston is here. The piston is in movement. When the piston is moving, the moment will be carried on to the
We are still on the PowerPoint.
to rotate.
Sorry. How come I put share screen? One moment. I share screen again. Okay. Okay, is it share now?
Yep.
Hold on. I'll go until that part. We solve this one. Okay, we continue. Can you hear the voice? Can you hear the voice?
I think you need to start playing.
Okay, one moment. Include the voice. So I share again, right? Thank you. I thought I can save time. Doing a lot.
Right. Flywheel is used in many operations like power generation, right? Whenever the rotation is required, mechanical rotation is to be effected to run the motor, to run the power generation, energy sector, solar energy sector, hydropower energy, or for any processing industry, they will use. I think you have seen in the animation, the wheel is rotating in a circular motion, right?
You can hear the voice?
And then has designed this wheel. When steam is shut off, right? The friction,
Yes,
okay. When it is keep rotating, when the steam is shut off, the power is shut off, the wheel come to rest, isn't it? The wheel come to rest, and that is coming to rest because of the bearing. You can see here, this is a plate holding it, holding the shaft, crankshaft, which is rotating. The piston is here. The piston is in movement. When the piston is moving, the moment will be carried on to the crankshaft, and in turn it is carried on to the wheel to rotate. But for stopping, there is a bearing. At this point, you can see in between these two, you can see the bearing. It's like a, if you see a bolt, you know, all of you know the bolt look like this, right? The bigger size, if you bigger the size and put here, it is called bearing. Right? Inside got the shaft, crankshaft. So there is a bearing in between these two, which helps the wheel to stop, right? When the bearing is pressing on the wheel will come to stop at one point. And that is a condition given here. The friction of the bearings of the air stops the wheel in 2.2 hours. Okay, it was in rotation. After 2.2 hours, it will come to stop by means of this bearing plate at this point. Okay, there is a mechanical arrangement I explained to you. Come on, let's do the solution. He has designed the wheel with all this arrangement, and you need to find out, he needs to find out some more variables according to his design with these revolutions, 150 revolutions per minute, and it must stop in 2.2 hours. What is the constant angular acceleration in revolutions per minute? Okay. You are given with the angular velocity. You are asked to find angular revolutions. All of you know the relation already. You can conveniently find the answer. That is one thing. Next, how many revolutions does the wheel make before stopping? That is most important. How many revolutions does the wheel make before stopping? Okay. Revolutions are accounted. We have to understand the equation. Again, just rearrange the equation. You are getting the answer. Very simple answer. 2 steps only. Come on, solution. First, write the given data. Okay. Number 1, question 6 question. Given data. Given data. You are given with the quick one. You are given with number 1, the revolutions, right? Angular velocity. Better I use the formula because nowadays you are getting used to. Let me write the value directly. Angular velocity is given, right? 150. So the revolutions velocity, of course, you may have to retain this as well. We can just say this time as right? They say it was running at one instant of time, like after 2.2 hours, right? That means delta t time elapsed, it has to stop. Come on, solution is number 1. You need to required answers. Sorry, I forgot to write the required answers. You need to calculate. I put comma here and write down. You need to find out number 1, which is angular acceleration, alpha, right? Alpha is what? And then you also find out number, how many revolutions the wheel has to make. Revolutions, right? Or displacement. Here we can say number of revolutions is the displacement. In angular terms, we denote this by theta. We need to find how many thetas. How many revolutions in radians or in revolutions you have to get it. Come on. These two are the required answer. To do the number 1 alpha, right? Come on, A. We have angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. Be careful. Check once again whether you use the same correct formula or not. Sometimes you are carried away by the notations. Acceleration is given by alpha. I know the angular acceleration is given, but based on the given data omega and t, I can coin the formula as delta omega over delta t, right? What is revolutions given? 150. You can substitute directly revolutions per minute, and then what is the velocity? And then whenever you put net, you have to solve from the beginning, but beginning take it to be 0. So I can directly revolutions per minute, right? Let it be for a while, okay? I don't do anything here for a while. And then coming here, it is in hours, right? Let's convert into minutes. 60 minutes equal to 1 hour. Just put it like this. What I answer, I get it 1.14. Keep it there for a while. And then second question will be for theta, right? Angular displacement. What is angular displacement or revolutions? To find the angular displacement, the notation for angular displacement is theta. We want to find it in revolutions, number of revolutions. Let's see one by one. You know the formula, right? You know
Miss,
the calculation of
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Isn't it 1.14 rev per minute square?
Yeah, must no. What is this? Yeah, must be meters. Oh, no. Acceleration, right?
Yeah.
It is t. Delta. See, we are using this format. Delta W over delta t. Accordingly, time should be in minutes. Given data is in terms of revolutions and over the time. According to this formula, it will be revolutions over time. That is minutes. Clear?
This should
So
be
not
mini
minute
square,
square.
right or not? Because it's acceleration. Yes or no?
Yes. Because there is 1 minute here, another minute here. Should be minute square. Yeah. Minute square, correct. Thank you. You please make these corrections. Minute square, correct. Anything else?
Yes. What is there a negative at the side though?
It's because they're going to stop, right? When you start from, I didn't solve everything. I thought you can follow up. Like the car started and stopped, right? There is no more acceleration. So 0 minus 150 will be minus 150 here already. Am I right?
Okay.
You will end up with minus 1.14. That's why I put negative. The operation is completed by stopping. So it is negative. Come on. I have another 2 minutes to solve. Let me do it. You can leave at 12:30 exactly. I will later post this video to you so that you can check your answers.
Displacement. Let's go back and check your equation. You remember this equation which final.
Make this correction.
Hence you can use this equation to solve conveniently your.
You please make this correction. Put this minute square. Thank you.
Data. How the values are changing. Displacement are changing. Okay. Plus or theta, right? Angular displacement. What is angular displacement or revolutions? To find the angular displacement, the notation for angular displacement is theta. We want to find it in revolutions, number of revolutions. Let's see one by one. You know the formula, right? You know the formula for calculation of the displacement. Let's go back and check your equation. You remember this equation which you studied before, where you have omega 0t, but anyway we are getting some values here, plus 1 over 2 alpha t square. Okay, sorry, alpha t square. By using this formula, you can find number of revolutions because it has started with 0 with a constant velocity just moving, right? What is a constant velocity? 150 revolutions per minute. At 2.2 hours, it has to stop, right? So there is a process from 0 to final. Hence, you can use this equation to solve conveniently your data, how the values are changing, displacement are changing. Right. Omega, well, let's substitute the value. What is omega value? 150 is still constant and started with a constant value. There is no variation. So I can conveniently substitute the value as 150 itself. What would be the theta? What would be the, what would be the time taken? T value.
Okay, I stop here because it's time up already. You can move to next class. I will continue in the next class. Is that okay? Everyone here?
Miss.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Miss, could you show the ending part of the solution?
Yeah, I will do. 1 minute. Let me disperse the class first because others having class now. Guys, you can leave for next class. I stop here. I will continue from this point in the next class. Those who are not having class, you can ask me question. Come on. What is your question? I need to show the calculation part. Can you see that? Before, right? The calculation before. What do you want? Is this one?
The calculation for section B, Miss.
B, yeah. Okay. I will show for today, but next class I will explain you, right? But I show the answer. Next class I will give you the explanation. Those who are having class,
Is the
please
one
leave
I'm
the
doing.
class.
Revolutions. I keep it revolutions.
Miss,
Don't bother to.
Yes. Yes, please.
so that's the acceleration when you write it in the equation is negative, right? You wrote negative. Why?
Yes. Yes, it is already here.
Oh.
After multiplying, it will come here. Anything else? Guys, anything else? If not, you please copy down the answer. Next class, I give the explanation for the second part. Until then, you keep solving all the questions there. Thank you so much. See you next class. Bye-bye. Please give your comments there. Karim, why you keep raise your hand? Give your comments about the class, tutorial, the pen use, starting from pen, writing, everything you can write. Give me the comment. I will try to improve. If it is okay, I manage the same thing. Thank you. Bye-bye. Nice weekend. I stop recording.